The other correlation between diabetes is constipation. So when we hear of a child's blood sugars going up, the first thing I ask the parents, how many times has your child eliminated or is eliminating their bowel? And we find out, well, wow, I have to think about that. Well, I can't remember. Maybe 2 days ago? I said, well, that's unacceptable. I said, what happens is food stacks up on top of food, stacks up on top of food. Diabetes is caused by constipation. It is so simple to reverse that no one has to be diabetic unless they choose to continue to eat the way that they're eating. Now, once they get onto the medical protocol, they don't deal with the cause, they just deal with the symptom. Medical science perceives a deficiency in insulin, but that's the symptom, it's not the cause. And that's the discovery. The discovery is the cause of diabetes. And then from there, once you understand the cause, then you can develop a protocol to reverse this. So children that have been diabetic or been taking insulin, type 1 diabetics, we're not talking about type 2 because type 2 is a no-brainer. We have 100% success in reversing type 2. That's easy. You know, type 1, there is no known etiology and there's no cure other than, guess what? You're going to be taking insulin shots for the rest of your life. How does that make you feel?
Not very happy.
Not very happy. These kids don't want to have their little fingers pricked 6 to 9 times a day. They don't have, the mothers who have to get up in the evening time to see whether or not their child is breathing or not. The parents are just as stressed about this as the children.
You know what's amazing is the love of parents for their children, because the two of them, I take it you're her husband?
Yes.
You have a child growing out of your head. Did anybody tell you that? just wanted to mention in case anybody said.
Well, that would be normal for him because he's down at the ranch and I'm sitting there eating lunch, and there's down at the ranch it's mountainous, and all of a sudden I see this head bopping up from the hill. I'm up here. Here's this little kid up here. I says, "Well, what's this happening?" And there they were, bopping around on the ranch.
So what foods are these children on now that's reversing what was going on?
Well, all the foods that, since we know that constipation and there's damage to the intestinal villi, the pancreas is not the problem but needs the support. Everything we give the child then has to do with those foods which are all pre-digested, all alkalizing, and will help in the elimination and the healing of the bowel. The focus is on building blood as well as alkalizing the internal fluids of the body, because to regenerate the intestinal villi takes about 9 to 12 months. It's not something that just happens overnight.
And we're living in a society where we want that quick fix.
Yeah, so we've put them on a liquid diet, and you know, it's amazing. A lot of the parents, when I talked to the president of the Association for Diabetes, he said, you know, your program probably will work, and it'll probably help a lot of people, but we're not going to support you because we don't believe that anyone will do it. We don't believe that your particular lifestyle and diet is mainstream enough because it's a very challenging diet, and we don't believe children will do it. And it's amazing to see these children drinking their greens. So what do you have for breakfast?
A salt shake. And
What kind of shake?
a salt shake.
Salt shake, yes.
Yeah, so they have salt for breakfast. It's one of the 4 food groups. So what we do is we take spinach, we puree that in a liquid state, realizing that all food has to be liquefied in order to be utilized. Can't be in a solid state. We take avocado, which is high in good oils and fats, but it's also high in protein. Mainly it's high in potassium, more potassium than bananas, but not all the sugar. There's a fruit that you can eat. Another fruit that you can eat is cucumbers. How many cucumbers do you eat a day?
About like some slices.
How many?
Slices.
That's a language I don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids talk to me, I'm not sure what they're saying.
It's
sometimes.
Oh, slices. Slices.
You eat the slices. But
Slices of cucumber.
how many avocados do you eat?
Half cucumber.
Half a cucumber? Half an avocado?
Half cucumber. Half.
They kind of can't quite get enough really. They have like those salads with cucumbers and tomatoes, and they really enjoy their food, and it's just not a problem. You know, it's good. They probably have about quite a few cucumbers, don't they?
Well, it's interesting because since I've been on the program myself, I have an avocado shake first thing in the morning. And if you would have told me a year ago that I'm going to have an avocado shake first thing in the morning, I would have said, you're absolutely out of your mind. But I love avocados now because it's a retraining of your mind.
Right.
Because you're now eating for health. So just sharing my own personal story quickly is that when I came to the ranch the first time, you analyzed my blood, and I just did it for fun. And then you said, if you keep going in this direction, you could be precancerous. So that was kind of scary for me, and was like a wake-up call. And I've always considered myself Mr. Health. So I had to go to the next level because I happen to love life a lot, and I want to be around here a lot longer. Because I will take over for Obama. But that's another question over there. Poor Meg Whitman. She spent $160 million and couldn't become the governor of California. What does it take, Rob?
We could have used that money.
Exactly.
Saved a lot of children's lives.
But now what I've done is retrain and fine-tuned, and so now with the Vitamix, and I'm putting every vegetable known to mankind in that Vitamix along with my avocado, and it's a great drink. And there's a couple things you can put in there to give a little taste, a little squeeze of grapefruit, a little coconut meat.
Yeah, we're going to do one for you today.
Exactly. So it doesn't have to be, oh, I'm giving up this and that. No, what you're giving up is disease, and you're owning up to your own health. And these kids are just, they deserve the very, very best. And congratulations to these two parents.
Let me just, so we can quantify this, how much insulin were these kids taking prior to going on this program?
They were on Nida was on about 9 units of insulin, and since she's been here, her units have come right the way down during the week. So she's over halved her units now. She's finding a stability, and there's Natu. He came off his nighttime insulin almost instantly as he arrived here, and slowly through the week we're seeing a pattern that's emerging where they're definitely getting much weller. It's really good. Our doctors from Britain have supported us coming here to see Dr. Robert, because this research needs to be out there, and we're hoping to take that back to the United Kingdom, because it needs to be there. It's really simple, and the kids love it, and that's the important thing. If you get them young, and they get this into their bodies, we need to change. It's kind of like, and this is kind of what's happening there, so it's really good.
If you get the young to the youngs, bingo. Now, are you on this program as well?
Yeah, we're doing it too, because we feel it's not just like a diet, but it's a lifestyle change, and by supporting our children, we're supporting our changes, because we're obviously rebuilding like our families' lives, and kind of Carson said, little Kira here, he's 100% well, but he enjoys it too. So it's just it's the best thing we could have done.
It's amazing because he's originally from Alabama. Since he's been on this program, he now has an English accent. So that's like a bonus, right? Getting the English accent.
Yeah, it's one of the bonus.
Yeah.